motions, one to approve the removal of obsolete items, and we'll include A and B in this motion. The books is listed from Keebler Elementary as a donation, and a camera from Pennridge Elementary recycle.
I'd like to suggest that we, to speed things up, that we take all of them, and if there's a question on any one, we will come back to it, okay? So let's make a motion for all four.
We have only three.
Items 2, 3, and 4.
No, you need 1, 2, and 3.
2, 3, and 4 for my agenda.
I have
First one was number 2, the motion for obsolete items. The second one is the Dewey motion. And the third one is a bid opening, so.
well, what's everybody looking at? My source is the next facility committee is.
Well, just as there's 2 4s on the thing, Joe.
Just give the response. I don't think it's the response.
He has the old agenda.
Okay. Unless there's an objection, I'd suggest that we just make those 3 motions as they're written, and you can just, I think they're highly controversial.
We can do that. I'm good with that.
That's good, please.
So we'll restate the motion as to include items 1, 2, 3, and the first number 4.
2, 3, and 4.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And with that motion, is there a second?
Second.
And is there any discussion? No discussion? Let's have a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You opposed?
For number 3, number 3.
And that's okay. It's 8 to 1. Mrs. Burrow, Finance?
Oh, I have a number 4 we're gonna next facilities committee. Although before I get there, I was going to wait till the next finance committee meeting, but in light of Mr.
No, Joe, we're not, you can do that later. Thank
You
you.
need to know it now.
No, we don't.
I can do it.
I understand what you think. We're going to move ahead now. Joe, we are moving ahead. Mrs. Burrow?
Pending my resignation because we're.
Come on. Mrs. Burrow?
My finance committee meeting was on November the 13th, 2012. Number 2 is items, certain contracts, Pacific Theater of Allentown, Art Quest Holiday, Bayada Home Health Care, RN and LPN Care, the Penn Foundation, and Barbara Lehigh Intermediate Unit. These were discussed at the meeting, and the committee members and board members attending approved bringing those forward to this meeting for a vote. So I am moving that we vote as to whether or not to accept these contracts.
Is that your first motion?
My first motion is items 2, items A through E.
A through B?
E is in Eleanor.
Okay, fine. Is there a second to that?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Number 3 is a motion. Number 3 is a motion to approve the PNC purchasing card agreement amendment, increasing the credit limit to $100,000. I'm not. I'm making a motion to approve the PNC purchasing card agreement amendment, increasing the credit limit to $100,000.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? Any questions?
Do we finish F, G, H, and I, or do we vote to
No, I'm
leave
gonna
those
come
out?
back there.
We've got, Jerry, we've got a problem here. We've got two separate sets of agendas.
No, I'm gonna come back to that in a minute,
Okay.
Barry. I wanna go through the things that
Okay.
were presented at the
And
committee.
that's fine.
as
You
they-
okay with that, Barry?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're at motion number 3 to approve this PNC purchasing card agreement to $100,000 because we've got a motion, we've got a second. Is there any other discussion? If there is no other discussion, let's have a vote. All in favor, aye? Opposed? That's a 9-0.
Number 4 is a motion to approve the PNC purchasing card resolution for extensions of credit and incumbency certificate. And that would be, I believe that the president and the vice president can sign.
Is there a second to that?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. President. Any questions? Any comment? Being no comment, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? That's 9-0.
Number 5 is a motion to approve the following student activity accounts. South Middle School Student Council renewal, Pennridge High School class of 2014 renewal, Pennridge High School yearbook renewal, Pennridge High School class of 2016 new account.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I would like to know if they are current on their filings in terms of financial reports. Are they supposed to give us annual financial reports?
We didn't have them do that last year. I mean, they did portions of it last year. Remember, our things changed effective July 1st. They did review the items, we're asking for different information this year than they did in the prior years. So
Are they current?
specifically from the students, that's a new requirement this year. In prior years, all the information was reported back from the, I'm not sure what
Will it
position
be the
it is.
sponsors?
No, it came from the high school. The high school would take their books and compare it to ours.
Are we current on that?
As far as I know.
Well, then I would like to make it pending that their records are current with our
Mrs.
current.
Furlong, would you, I understand what you're talking about, but a little bit, would you please address the board?
I'm sorry, well, I wanted to clarify with her. What I would like to do is make the motion that these activity accounts can be renewed pending that they are current with all of their reporting requirements with the administration.
I thought we were on number 4, which was the resolution.
No.
Pardon?
Number 5.
For the vice president and president? Okay, fine, I'm sorry. You're right, number 5. Excuse me.
Yeah, these are the student activity accounts, and there were 3 renewals. And I would like for the renewals to be contingent upon them being current with any and all of her procedural reporting requirements.
So that's your motion.
Yes, sir.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Any discussion on that?
I think that's an unnecessary burden on our students, frankly.
Pardon?
I think that's an unnecessary burden on our students, frankly. I think that's an administration issue that should be taken care of by the administration, absolutely, but this simply, you're putting this onus on students.
What I feel about it is, there are certain reporting requirements, and organizations need to recognize the policy and abide by it.
I would just like to say that there is a real situation going on with this whole business of student activity accounts and so on, and we need to get an appropriate set of policies and procedures. And they're not here yet. Are you asking that that be tabled then?
No, not the motion, I think the motion should pass, I just
Okay,
think
so
the stipulation that was
you want
placed
that
on it is
noted, so-
We
unnecessary.
have procedures for finance. We have procedures for,
Are you asking for any change?
No, I'm not
Okay.
asking for a change, because the motion was made and seconded.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, let's have the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
9-0. Any, excuse me, nays?
Okay, I want to go back, we have items F, G, H, and I under item number 2. these are contracts that were not presented at the finance committee meeting. I consider them, quite frankly, to be addendum items. They're not in my minutes. They were not on the agenda to which I prepared, and I think most of the other board members were relating to. So I would like to make a motion that these come before the finance committee for discussion, so that the public has an opportunity to review it, the board members have the opportunity to review it, and then bring it back to a board meeting.
We have a motion, is there a second or third motion?
Second.
Any discussion on that? Yes, sir?
What effect does tabling it or pushing it off till, we don't meet again until January 28th? Does this have an
Two
effect?
of those belong to Dr. Phillips, that relates to services that we provide to students that are required services.
Right.
To hold them up, we would be withholding services from students, probably not something we want to consider doing.
H and I are the two that are specific.
So,
Is that H and I?
Yes.
I have,
Okay,
Is
we've
there
got a
a reason-
motion, we have a motion on
Are
the
these
floor.
new contracts
Is
or
there
are
a
these
second,
just?
is there any more discussion on this?
We're discussing it.
We did get the contract.
but they were not discussed in the open meeting.
Well, they could be discussed tonight. This is an open meeting. In fact, this is the most open meeting.
No, I don't feel comfortable, but I don't think that our protocol is it comes before the finance committee, if it is a contract for review. We determine whether or not we want to bring it to the board meeting, and if it is agreeable, we do that, and if not, we do something else. And I just, with the way contracts are, I just don't like to vote on something that I've not had the time.
these say
To
they were
ask
reviewed by the
questions.
solicitor already, is that correct? So we've had a review by the solicitor.
If it's on there, I've looked at it.
Well, so was the original Bright Park.
I just think they're trying to be different. I mean, I could see maybe some of the trip things, but to withhold services from student services or withhold payments from student services, I just don't see how we could sit here and do that when we know the contract's been reviewed. It's on the agenda. Granted, it didn't come through your committee, I get that, but I'm gonna vote that we approve all of this.
Can I ask Dr. Phillips a question? On I,
Yes.
is this on I?
That's specific to a student's IEP.
Okay, and so, is that a yearly, I know it's by hour, but is that based on just a school year or subsequent school years or
Well, just this school year.
just this school year? And then it would come up again next year if it was
Through
still
the
in the
IEP,
IEP?
yes, yes.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Was that a renewal of a contract or our?
No, that was specific to a new meeting,
Okay,
based on the need of a student.
and was that meeting since the finance committee meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there any more discussion on this? If not, let's have a vote, all the ayes?
What are we voting? I want to be clear, like, before I vote, what is your?
Okay, restate the motion, please.
Okay, I'll break these into two pieces. We will do H and I first, which are connected with providing service for the students. My motion on H and I are that we approve the contracts for Interlink Health e-tools for school service application. Is that for special needs students, sir?
That's for nursing, yes, for all students. And that's renewal.
Okay, we have that motion, is there a second to that
So
motion?
H and I are by themselves now.
And
themselves.
the second one is
That's my understanding, is
behavior.
that correct, Mrs. Burrow?
Yes, the
Okay.
second is the behavior interventions Inc.
So we have that motion, is there a second? Thank you. Mrs. Miller. Any further discussion on those two?
I would like for these, again, when possible, I doesn't appear to have been possible, H does appear to have been possible, to have been brought in a timely way before the committees. So I'm just requesting as a
Noted,
courtesy.
thank you. Any other discussion? Let's have the vote on item H and I. Is that motion, please? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It looks to me like a 9-0 again.
Just please.
Mrs. Furlong?
Items F and G are or G and F, maybe I should say that one, are contracts that I believe need to come before the finance committee for approval.
They're parent paid.
Yes, I understand that, so was Brian,
We just approved the trip. This is the band, I mean, choir.
I thought we approved the choreography.
these are, I don't understand what this custom, well, wait a minute.
Are you making a motion?
Yes, I am making the
Well, let's hear the
motion.
motion, please.
F and G, are returned to the committee level for consideration and brought back to the board in the event that, the members of the finance committee and whoever attends feel that it should come to the board meeting.
I think your motion, if I might restate it, is to return these two items to the finance committee for adjudication of some sort, right?
Well, just the normal review.
Just to come back to your committee for consideration. I don't think we need the rest of the verbiage. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then could we have a second on that?
Second.
Any discussion?
The, Sun Productions.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Well, you asked if there was a
I
discussion.
understand that. You've
Well, I have to
had plenty
discuss-
on this. I think, let's keep it brief.
That's okay.
Okay?
Go ahead and vote.
Any votes? May we have the vote, please? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Wait, what are we voting on again?
To return it to committee. Vote is ayes. Raise your hand, please. I count three. Opposed?
Nay.
Nays? Okay, and that's three. I'll vote no. Okay? You're voting no? Okay. So the motion does not carry.
Okay.
It's not being tabled. That means, I think, that you need to bring the motion again.
I would like to bring, under the Sun Productions Incorporated and Peak Performance Tours contracts up for a vote.
Fine. Is there a second to that?
Second.
Thank you. That was,
Yes.
Peter, Larry Casper. Trying to help my secretary out here. Any discussion on this part?
The, under the Sun Production is for the custom color guard, and it says parent paid. We had, what they do is they do the choreography for the color guard. We had a contract to do choreography for the band, and that was district paid. I don't understand what the difference is. That would be one of the things I would discuss at committee. And the other item is the peak performance tours, $459 per person, based on 34 students. Here again, I don't know how that money is being collected. I don't believe it's being collected through the district, and it amounts to about over $20,000, which here again, we're putting on a parent volunteer, which is the other item that I would like to discuss and find out more details before voting on it.
I do just want to say that.
No, I'm sorry, it's not open.
No. This is a committee, we're.
Said she could vote on these items.
No, I did not. She asked permission, I never said no.
Excuse me, do we have the motion now on the floor?
Yes,
And is that the end of this, any more discussion?
I'm just saying there are issues.
Fine, thank you. May we have the vote, please? All in favor? Say aye.
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 I think we need a show of hands here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Opposed? Okay.
Just point of order, our student representative, is she allowed to,
You know, I'm not certain, but I think we're trying to move along here, so we can have that
That's
at the
all right.
end, at this, I'd like to hear your
It was
comment, okay?
resolved, so that's all right.
All right? Next motion? Oh, thank you. Mrs. Furlong?
The last motion
We're at number 6.
is, okay, the next motion is number 6, to approve a confidential settlement 2013-18.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? there's no discussion, let's have a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I think you're at number 7, at least by my piece of paper here.
Number 7 is a motion to approve the plan Part K project refinancing insurance of general obligation bonds, series of 2012 to advance refund a portion of general obligation bonds, series of 2003.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Peter. Dr. Yarnell, any discussion? There's no discussion, can we have the vote, please? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Looks like no, nothing.
The next finance committee meeting is scheduled December the 11th, 2012 at 7:30 in this room.
Thank you, Mr.